Hey guys, what's up? Victor Martínez here at Bear Francis Powerhouse Gym, the mecca of bodybuilding. About to do a nice little arm workout, give you some tips how to build those arms, starting off with triceps and then moving on to biceps. Triceps are the single arm tricep extension. Always start with tricep first, that way biceps don't get in the way of your extension of the triceps, all right? So let's start this off. This one, the reason I do it seated, keeps you from actually cheating. If you do it standing, you want to start doing that bounce, you know? So seated, restricts you, doesn't let you cheat. Here we are doing tricep extension, one of the best ones to isolate. You do them heavy enough, they're actually very good for mass. So I do these as a double set, but each exercise I consider one set completion. So I'll do these for about 3 to 4 sets. First set, always 20, just to get that blood flowing there. Then I follow up by the second one being 15 and finishing up with 12. Before I transition from one movement to the other, usually about 15, 20 seconds in between, and then get right into it. Final one, I usually like to add a power one, either overhead dumbbell extension, dips, or a dip machine. Gonna go with the dip machine today. Again, get that mass, hit both heads. Let's go. Now, you see, this machine is fixed. All you have to do pretty much is push it down. One of the biggest mistakes most people make on this machine is going way too high, sitting down and extending way too high. See, if I sit down, basically this high on the machine, putting too much pressure on my chest and rotator cuff. We're working tricep, the same way you would do close grip benches. Again, without touching your chest, keeping it about, you know, maybe about 3 inches away from your chest. Same thing you want to think about doing the push-down machine. Feel every set, every rep. And when I extend, I'm getting that positive. I want to be in control. Negative and positive. Don't let the weights control you. What is bodybuilding? It isn't arms and chest. I mean, you combine the arms, such a small muscle, you can combine it with either chest, you can combine it with shoulders. Some people do it with back. Me, personally, I used to do it when I was younger. I don't do it now, because your biceps are using directly with back, and now doing bicep after back, you're kind of asking for a tear or some sort of mishap, because that's way too much work, especially if you are very aggressive and very intense with doing back. You don't want to overwork your bicep, because it is the indirect muscle group that is used for back. So not recommended. Ooh. 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 Just keep compound, stay basic. and grow, but shoulder width apart, meaning don't overextend, don't get close. There's an exercise for that. Right now, shoulder width to get the medial head. You have to get into bicep. You can't just be curling it and throwing it up and not connecting. It's just that I always say it time and time again. Just because you're doing a movement does not mean you're actually getting the full effect of the movement. If you're looking around, you're on the phone and curling to get that connection. After this one, I usually had a drop set. It's 110, I'll go down to the 80s, you know, to about 30-pound drop. If I go to half, it'll be too light, not enough resistance. So I want to go low enough on the drop to still get the resistance, able to contract that muscle. One, preacher, you know, it's a good compound movement. So practice what you preach. You know, again, it's one of these exercises you can't do without. Think about it, you do the preacher, you always got to think of, you know, Arnold, Larry Scott, you know, the best of the best. This might change things up. All these fancy movements, in reality, it's about the basics. It's the last exercise. I always say I'm doing it one way. I might add a twist, do a single arm in between. But it's the last one, so let's get to it. I divide this two parts. I do both arms a little heavier, cut the weight in half, and then just get a single just to get the feel, you know? More holding, more squeezing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.